Welcome to my very messy office. So, introduction to the Clio video. I was on eBay and I thought I'll have a quick little cheeky bid on a Clio 182 because I always wanted one, and I was looking for Clios for a friend of mine whose Clio was written off, and I put a cheeky bid in that was just under 4 digits, shall we say, and then probably forgot about it. And then I got an email from eBay to say, congratulations, you have won. So basically, I bought this Clio, sight unseen. Come with me. It's been delivered just off the recovery lorry. It's not drivable. It's got a load of lights on. Let's have a look at it and see what I've got myself in for. Right, so here it is. We have my Clio 182. On initial inspection, it looks fairly clean. We'll do a little walk around, shall we? The wheels are a bit on the curved side, but they're all there. So we have a quick look around here. The bumper is still attached. That's a good sign. It clearly had tray plates on it at some point. Please don't clone the car. That'd be great. Thank you so much. It's pretty clean around the side, except for this dent up here, which they didn't mention on the advert, which is always interesting. Frustrating, not interesting. And the seller said, oh, it was caused by a tile that fell down during the most recent storm, which is nice. So, you know, if you're selling a car and it's not spares and repair, despite what he said when I paid him when the recovery guy was there, you have to mention things like that, because that is £600 to repair probably. It's going to need the roof liner taking out and all that kind of stuff, and because it's rust, it has to be dealt with, so that's awesome. Few scratches down here. Don't know if you can see them really. Let's have a look. Yeah, quite deep. What I'll probably just do is touch them up, you know, mask it up. Very small bit of paint in there, and then sand it down and polish the whole lot. There's another one there. That was actually worse. Don't know what happened there. Not rusty, but front wings are plastic. Headlights are dire, really bad, but they need to be dealt with. A bit of rust on the old bonnet there, but we pop the hood, as the Americans say. It's pretty bad under there, so I've had a cursory call with Renault. £200 for a new bonnet. So that's a nice change of pace compared to Mercedes, where everything is £14 million. It's got a noisy dephaser, which on a Renault is basically the cam actuator on the inlet cam. So that needs to be replaced, as does the timing belt, etc., which has not been replaced for a long time, I'm aware. I've been told. Let's give it a start up, shall we? I shouldn't really run it that much because it needs a belt, like I've just said, but hey ho. Right, inside here we've got a radio that is pre-stolen, so that's good. We've got a knob with no numbers on it. We only know where reverse is, but that's okay. It is a Renault Clio at the end of the day, that's what you've got to remember. It's got some nice suede door cardy type things. The steering wheel looks like it's been eaten by somebody. Otherwise, it's pretty Clio-y in here. Look, we've got some... So that was Android doing a software update and interrupting my video. I've never seen a Clio with a two-tone suede and leather seats. That's quite cool. What have we got down here? There's the carpet. Some plugs that should be plugged in somewhere. We've got automatic climate control, and so let's run it, shall we, and see what the crack is there. So we have all of the things on the dashboard. Let's turn the old fan off. No one wants to hear fan noise. Oh, we've got a very big exhaust leak. That sort of rhythmic rattling you can hear is the oil is okay though, that's good. We've got a battery light on, so the alternator's probably not charging. It's a bit hesitaty, probably needs a good service, plugs, leads maybe. Done 139,000 something or other miles, which I believe it based on looking at it. Let's have a quick look in the old engine bay, shall we? You can see that misfire. Well, I can. Looks like it could do with some mountings. How much it's meant to move. That's the dephaser noise you can hear. Just going to turn that off so that it doesn't blow itself up. Oh, that sounded not healthy. Now, I understand that the timing belt job on this car is quite complicated. Not complicated, but time-consuming, because you've got about 14 millimetres of space between the timing equipment and the side of the chassis. So that's good. We'll find out how well that goes. Otherwise, it seems quite clean for the amount of money that I paid. Let's hope it doesn't turn into every other car that I buy sight unseen, which ends up costing me more than a good running example would have done. The bodywork seems quite good. I was told, well, I did some research after I bought it, and I was told to check the fuel filler cap, because apparently they get rust in them. Oh yeah, there is some rust there. Nothing like horrendous. About under here. No, okay, well that's okay. What we'll probably do is we'll just pop that. I don't know how you meant to take them off. They're not even bolts. They're just blobs of rust. And some rivets. Nothing like a cheap assembly method for rivets. Mind you, Ferrari did the same thing for the rear grille. So I'm going to. I'll pop that off and we'll just give it a sand down. Hopefully there's some solid metal in there still. I was told as well that apparently inside the wheel arches can be a bit horrendous, but the actual arches themselves look quite good. There's loads of hornets around at the moment. Well, that one seems okay. What about the near side? Is always worse for rust. Seems okay. A little bit going there, but we'll pop the old side skirt off and we'll treat it. Seems okay. A little bit going there, but nothing horrendous. Slight bubble there. Very Mercedes-esque. Depending on how nice the body shop is, I may just... No, I'll probably leave that because, you know, you've got to draw the line somewhere. Body shop's going to paint the bonnet and they're going to do the roof, most likely. So, you know, if you go, oh, whilst you're there, if you could just sand that bit and patch that, but then all of a sudden they'll be blending that in and, yeah. You don't want to be spending the same amount of money again on the bodywork because then you end up with a... you end up spending, I spent £980 on this, £100 for the recovery. Then I'll be paying £600 for the bodywork for the bonnet and the bumper and everything. Sorry, the bonnet and the roof. So then we're looking at, well, basically £1,650. I'm told that all the timing stuff is in the boot. Let's have a look, shall we? Ooh, that is one light boot. It's a treasure trove of stuff in here. Right, we've got timing belt. We've got a water pump. We have tensioner pulleys. And what's it now? A dephaser and a battery. So that alternator's been like that for a while. That looks like a battery tie down. Anyway, so we've got all the timing belt and stuff. So that saved me £300-400 in parts. Is the battery tied down? No, that's an MOT fail, and well, you know, you don't need to put that back on, do you? Right, I suppose the next video will be me ripping off the bonnet and the timing equipment and popping it on the ramp and seeing what the thing's like underneath. Right, well, stay tuned. It's sunny and nice at the moment, although there's some huge hornets that keep chasing me around, and a couple of weeks ago I got stung by a normal sized wasp, and that was painful enough. So let's see what happens. I'm going to go and finish fixing Mercedes because that's what I do. I've got an S-Class in today, and so what have we got? S-Class. What's behind me? Can you see? Oh look, there's my S-Class. That's a C-Class. My S-Class is broken. Again, waiting for a crank pulley. as he keeps throwing the belt off. The gold 450 SEL has been sold and is on the way to the body shop just for a few touch-ups before the new guy comes and picks it up, so that should be excellent. Touch base to see if I'm enjoying my French experience shortly.